Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Well, we thought we weren't going to come on um, again till the new year, but there's some topics going on in the news that we figured we might come back on for. First of all, I wanted to wish everybody a happy evening. I know we're coming on really, really, really late, but like I said, it was kind of short notice. We were just having conversations earlier in the day about some things going on. And so, nothing. Jamil, what's new with you? I can't ask how your weekend was because it's the midweek.
I'm doing well. Looking forward to the new year gonna come in.
Okay.
I got a lot of plans.
Nice.
Some things that again, I'm looking forward to Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
Airing. So there's some things I want to share with you probably before we go into the new year.
Okay.
But tonight, this situation about this anti-Semitism stuff is really starting to like play out. And I just wanted to address something tonight because I'm seeing these people. Whoopi Goldberg is under fire for apparently she's being accused of quote unquote doubling down on her remarks against the Holocaust not being a racial matter, but a matter of white on white violence. Now, I want to know how in the hell is that anti-Semitic? These people are taking this term, this label, this statement, this travesty of justice known as Semitism or anti-Semitic. This terminology is really beginning to be a plague upon the people, unjustifiably used by some thieves. And this is ridiculous. I was reading the article. The woman, she said that the Holocaust isn't a racial matter, but a white on white violence matter. Whoopi Goldberg, Jamil Nasir, separate from any platform in the world, I stand alone. This is not to weigh on Brothers in Boricua or Lunchtime with Anna or anything else. This is me speaking. You are right. Whoopi Goldberg. You are right. Now, I don't work for any of your corporations or anything like that, so I'm not worried about you trying to fire
me. Are you talking about my corporations?
Yeah, I'm talking not you. I'm talking about the so-called Semites.
Gotcha.
Who are going around here making all these accusations.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my call to the quote-unquote Semitic community in the world. So improve your Semitic heritage. everybody who makes a claim against somebody, everybody who has something to say about Anthony, come forward. Quit hiding behind corporations like some damn cowards. Stop hiding behind name brands and titles like executives, sponsor, endorsement. Quit hiding behind all that shit. And come forward like some men and women and show them proof. Who are y'all? Why does the world have to tiptoe around what they have to say, what they think, what they believe? Because you feel like you're entitled to some type of privilege that you can't be spoken on. Every time from here on out, Mark Zuckerberg, all the rest of y'all so-called Semites around the world, next time I see the word nigger anywhere on any one of your platforms, I will call for a nationwide a boycott of your platform. Because blacks are Semites too.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask.
Semites too. So every time I see the word nigger on any of your platforms, that's an anti-Semitic statement.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I hear the word nigger on any album produced by any record company, record label that you own, I want the label. I want you to bring charges against your damn self for all this fraud that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't no damn Semites. You some thieves. You've been stealing since your inception, since your conception and your creation. By your father Yaqub, you've been stealing. Everywhere you go. And the Bible is the proof against it. And any one of your scholars, I challenge any one of you Bible scholars, any one of you Torah scholars, any one of you who feel like you got the knowledge, the proof, you want to show your face, you want to stand up and try to back your claim of being a Semite, show up. And bring your books. I'm not going to even bring mine. You bring your books. And I'll show and prove you're a thief. You're a liar.
So, again, it wasn't.
And that's all you've been doing. Y'all around here trying to harass and silence the true and living. And they over with. Those days are over with. We will not be silent anymore.
So can I
Let's
ask?
break out the book. Go ahead.
So can I ask you a question, Jamil? In your opinion, right? Do you think she said anything wrong? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what the backlash, because then she's getting backlash not once but twice. So I'm not sure if she maybe tweeted something, or sometimes that happens because you get overwhelmed with things that are being said, because we all know that Whoopi Goldberg is very controversial. We all know she's married to a Caucasian man, right? So,
Okay.
did she really say something racist? I mean, or anti-Semitic, like they say. I'm just trying to figure out what is. I mean, I obviously see what your take is on it, but what are you thinking? Are you thinking she's just being attacked because she made a comment? What's your take on that?
Okay. Well, let's look at it from this perspective right here. When they say that blacks are killing each other at a far more higher rate than white police officers are killing them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a true statement?
Prove it.
It's true, right?
Well, they would have to prove it.
More black people killed by black people on a regular basis than you see them killed by white police officers. This is a fact.
Okay.
Okay. If somebody makes that statement, is it anti-Semitic?
Mm-hmm.
If it's anti-Semitic, if I actually know the truth, it's racial if I say that black people were in slavery for hundreds of years in America. Is that a fact, or is that a racial statement?
Mm-hmm.
See, me telling the truth is not being anti anything. It's telling the truth. It's being factual.
Mm-hmm.
This was indeed the Christian Bloods are two completely different two different gangs.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them got black men in it.
Mm-hmm.
If they kill each other, this is a black on black violence. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
if the Latin Kings get into it with MS-13,
Mm-hmm.
this is a Latino against Latino violent act of violence. It's killing some European Jews or some German Jews or some Jews who claim, or some people who claim to be Jews,
Mm-hmm.
from wherever they were at. But clearly, these are white people. These are European people. These were not no melanated people who they were killing. They were white. It's the truth. It is the truth. See, that's the thing. In this world right now, these people have such a control. We don't even have any. They're about to rewrite the Constitution because clearly, I got freedom of speech, and according to the Constitution of the United States of America, the Constitution of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land. The supreme law of the land. And excuse me. You cannot make any law or ordinance or statute in any state that's contrary to that. It supersedes the Constitution. So, how is it then that you keep arresting my constitutional right to freedom of speech every time I say something, or anybody, not me per se, but anytime somebody says something that this particular group of individuals don't agree with, now my freedom of speech is arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Without any proof, any type of, it's like, why is no individual person coming out who's supposed to be of this quote-unquote heritage? Why is everybody hiding behind the veil?
Mm-hmm.
Why won't somebody come out and show their face who's part of these organizations that are making these decisions? Everybody wants to throw their rocks and hide their hands from behind the executive wall, or behind the executive veil. We don't say, who's we? Who's anti-Semitism? Who's offended?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you offended? You know what I'm saying? Why are you offended? Why is it that no other race of people has this luxury of not being spoken on? Who are they supposed to be? Without any, and see, my thing is this. Let's show and prove. One thing about it, if you speak the truth, then produce the proof, man.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to be angry. We don't have to be belligerent. We don't have to be disrespectful. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Can you do that? Because see, if we be honest, if we tell the truth, then guess what? The devil has to flee.
Mm-hmm.
According to the Bible. So guess who's not going to show up? If we got to tell the truth, the liar's not going to show up. because he don't know how to tell the truth.
Jamil?
All the time Kyrie Irving, all the time that Kyrie Irving, when they were accusing him of anti-Semitism, asked him, "Oh, shoot, you guys study this." According to the dictionary, you would have given a definite no. Nobody can show and prove any type of anti-Semitism.
Jamil.
So why did these same people? Huh?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to thank Bradley. He did send us some stars. I just saw it. So thank you, Bradley, for sending those stars over to for the topic that we have today. I'm sorry I interrupted you. I wanted to acknowledge that I did catch that.
Oh, no problem. What's up, Bradley?
Bradley is honestly, Bradley's one of our biggest supporters, isn't he? Like, thank you, Bradley. You know, because you always come and show love, and we appreciate it. We really, really, really do. So,
this is too long. This is continued on, and people around the world, not just original people, but everybody's being made to walk around on eggshells and tippy toes, trying to avoid this quote unquote topic or this statement. But and then you want to get mad with it or take offense when somebody like David Chappelle makes a joke about it. He made a joke about it, and he tells the truth, but then you get mad because he told the truth. The man goes on Saturday Night Live and he says, "Well, I found out that the two things in for career talent is just ain't never they don't never go well. They never gone well together. 2 words. And he said, the Jews."
Yeah, he was really knocked off for what he said. I mean, it's to the point where you can't even say jokes anymore or anything. Everybody takes things personal. Like,
crazy. But look, I'm gonna show you something. Denzel Washington gave it an account about when he first got into acting.
Mm-hmm.
And how he was trying to get him to be a part of to audition for a role for a movie. He called it the nigga that they couldn't kill. That was that's what he called the movie, because he said they kept on trying to know in the movie what they wanted to do was play the role of a black man who they tried to lynch. They tried to set him on fire and all of these bunch of different ways to kill him for whatever the crime was.
So why he was supposed to have like superpowers?
Huh?
So according to what Denzel Washington said, he was supposed to have superpowers. Is that like?
I can't.
So what you're saying is like he had superpowers, like he was a superhero, pretty much.
Like they just couldn't kill him. So
that's insane.
He said, you had some Jewish executives, that were laughing at it, like telling him, like, because he didn't find it funny at all, but they were trying to like convince him that it's funny. You know what I'm saying? So he said, oh yeah, like if we brought a bunch of Jewish guys into a room and told them no, stripped on naked and told them no, take a shower, and it was gas in the shower. But then automatically they was like, oh yeah, you're right. That's not funny. And he's like, oh, yeah, right. Yeah, it's not funny, is it? And he turned down the part. And like, I think he said like 6 months after that or something like that, he got the part for Stephen Biko and Cry Freedom, which is what like, put him on the map. Mm-hmm. But I said that to say this. You know, you got these folks have been perpetrating these roles for us and all these things that these racially motivated things. I don't see anybody going at any of these labels.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this is what Ye, the situation with Ye, this is why these folks are so mad at him, because Ye calling out the labels.
Well, and as we all know, Prince called out the label many, many years ago, the labels. There's been many people who have done it even before Ye. Ye, I think, is just more voiced out like, look, this is the deal. And has, I think, because of the way his sincerity, his deliverance, let's just say that, the way he delivers things, I think he's making it harder for the rest of us if we have anything to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's like, oh, you can't.
Who he is. Ye tells you who he is. Ye been telling you who he was or what he was coming with from college dropout.
Yeah.
See, these people just didn't know that unto them a child was born. They missed it because they looking for the image that they see in them churches. They're looking for the image that they see on the fans. They're looking for the image that they see in the hymnals. They're looking for the image that they see in the daily bread. And then all these different, they wasn't looking for Jesus. They wasn't looking for him. So when he came out, they give him awards for his music because God prepared a table before him in the presence of his enemies and anointed his head with oil, and his cup ran over, and they didn't even realize.
If I may, Jamil, so I had missed these comments. I had missed a lot of these comments, and I apologize, Bradley. Okay, so Bradley wrote, when you were writing, you were talking about, the crime, black crime and all of that. So he says, according to the FBI, right, it's been 56% of black murders, 75% is black on black. And then for the FBI, then he wrote, between the ages of 18 and 55, I believe. And then he said, no problem. Then he said, always catching the show when I can. And we thank you so much for that, Bradley. And he said he can really feel the pain in your voice. Jamil.
Well, brother, Bradley, we thank you for your support of the show, because it's always good to have people who tune in for understanding or for support.
The right reason.
The right reason. But let me explain something to you right quick, brother. And I have to go because my wife has been needing some time. I need to study with her today. This evening, I didn't get a chance to study with her this morning. But brother, when you don't hear, we said pain
Yes.
in my voice.
Yes.
Nah, brother. This isn't come from pain. This comes from tired of being tired. See, there's a such thing in this world called righteous anger. Because Martin Luther King made a statement. He said, "An injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." So when you see an injustice anywhere, you have the right to be angry. Because this is unjust. This is not right. So when you have endured a standard of living as a whole, as a nation of people for so long, because of a lack of knowledge due to theft and deception and murder and plunder and robbery, then you get tired at some point.
Mm-hmm.
See, now it becomes a choice. What do I do? Because you can continue to be tired, or you can do something about the circumstances in which you face. I'm tired of sitting around and being quiet. I'm tired of sitting around and allowing these types of injustices to go against anybody, not just our people, but anybody who's speaking the truth and being persecuted for it. This is wrong. This is crazy. The whole world has to be held hostage in what they say because certain individuals who are trying to steal the heritage and birthright of another nation of people is offended. And yes, I said it. Jamil Nasir, I said it. You have been stealing from your beginning. And we can go to the Bible and to the Torah and to the Quran and to whatever book that you want to try to use to show and prove your existence. I can show and prove your theft and your robbery and your deception of the rightful owners of that land, the rightful owners of that name, and the rightful owners of that heritage.
I wanted to ask you, Jamil, did you watch Trevor Noah? He's African comedian, one of the late night hosts. He's not on air, I don't think.
Show.
I'm sorry?
He hosts like a daily show or something like that?
Yes. he one time made a show about different artifacts that were stolen worldwide from Africa, and really they were willing to loan them back by saying this is from Africa, although we have it here because we're going to hold on to it, as if Africa cannot take care of their own artifacts, right? And I just found that interesting that you had said, what's rightfully belongs somewhere else, because, even with that, I mean, and he went like place after place, and he was making fun of it and poking jokes at it. But in all actuality, stuff that was really stolen and claimed to be from other countries, until, people had to start stepping up and saying, this, I think it was right after the Queen died, this belongs to our country, and it's being shown off as if it's from another country. So that type of thing is just like, wow. Interesting to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that one, or I may have shared it with you guys in the private chat. But I just I found it interesting. It's all over the world, and I mean, name another country that has happened with. These are things we have to think about. Okay, so Pedro Vasquez, aka Strength. Hey, what's up? What's up? Somebody I know from the entertainment industry. He wrote, artifacts still get stolen, so we don't find out the whole truth about our place.
And I watched a movie, one of my favorite movies by Jackie Chan was a movie in his early career called The Drunken Master, Legend of the Drunken Master. And in that movie, Jackie Chan encounters a man stealing. The movie starts off, he's on the train, him and his father. His father is a herbalist.
Okay.
And his father had some ginseng in a box in a property. They're on a train, and they're headed home, and you have some Chinese criminals who were assisting British dignitaries in stealing the artifacts from China.
Mm-hmm.
But you had a member of the Chinese guard
Mm-hmm.
who caught them trying and was stealing the artifacts back from
the
British, and they were trying to load them onto the train. But Jackie Chan sees him and thinks that he's stealing his father's property. So he chases the man all the way down, all up under the train. They're up under the train fighting. They got swords up under the train. They fight. Then he chases him down. He fights him. He tries to drunken master style against the guard. It's fruitless. But in it, when he met with the family and he asked him, what's the purpose? Why he said it's only a piece of jade. It's one relic. Why are you so caught up in it? Why are you fighting so hard about one relic?
Mm-hmm.
And he told him, he said, it starts with one relic.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's another. And then the next thing you know, you'll be having your children have to go abroad in order to learn their own history.
Mm-hmm.
Because You plundered the land of everything that's valuable to them that shows in their greatness. And this is what you people have done since your creation. Everywhere you've gone, from your creation, everywhere that you have gone, and like I said, I made my statements. Anybody who would like to step up and try to show and prove otherwise, like I said, you have contact Anna. You can contact me. You can set it up however you want to do it, and we can show and prove.
Can y'all hear the passion in Jamil's voice, guys? And ladies and gentlemen, can you guys hear the passion in his voice?
We can show and prove, and we can put an end to this. Mm-hmm. If you like, we can do a special on it. We can do it. I promise you.
Absolutely. I'll gladly air it.
I promise you. We can go right into the books, and I can show and prove to you, you've been stealing from your beginning. And you broke every righteous law of Yahweh, Jehovah, mm-hmm. Jesus, and everybody else who you claim to be righteous. Moses, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Jamil, so this is a comment, again from Pedro. Honestly, if the white men stole and enslaved people, what else wouldn't that devil steal that was the most gangster, evil act to show that we mean nothing to them?
Oh, I can't see that. Oh, let me...
Okay, I'll put it back up.
I can't see it for some reason.
So this is what he wrote. I'll read it again. Honestly, if the white man stole and enslaved people, what else wouldn't that devil, I think he meant to write steal, and that was the most gangster, evil act to show that we mean nothing to them.
Well,
and Deshaun Morrison, somebody I grew up with from around the way. What's up, D? My love to you and your family. He says, he wrote, I hear his pain.
Who said that?
Deshaun Morrison from Brevard County, from Florida.
Oh.
Florida in the house.
Brother, it's not pain, brother. It's not pain. At some point, we as a people have to get tired or have to say to ourselves, enough is enough, man. What are we going to do? Are we going to be a push over for these folks? Are we still slaves? Are we still niggas? Are we still Samuel Jackson and Django?
Wow.
Is that what we still are? Are we still Sambo and Bojangles ass type people?
Might as well say Mandingo and Mandingo.
Really?
I'm just saying.
This is what we are. This is what we're exhibiting when we just allow these folks to do what they want and say what they want, and we can't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
We're still slaves. Only thing we can do is dunk a basketball for them, catch a football for them, slap a baseball out the park for them, or run. Man, listen, we can sing and dance.
Or wear a dress. Be a man and do homosexual things such as wearing a dress.
Or something to entertain them.
That's
we're
true.
fine. But when it comes time for us to stand up for ourselves and want what is for us, now we're not good little niggers anymore. We got to go back out into the field.
Oh, well, see, and I want to. I want to make a comment. I just mentioned, having us wear dresses or men, right? And as comedy, and which is really homosexual, right, guys? And here goes a quick disclosure: I have nothing against anybody in your sexuality. Do what you do, okay? However, for me, that doesn't work. I'm not gay. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to see a man in a dress. It's something I frown upon. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that we're better than that as people. Is that your same take, Jamil? When it comes to
my take is this: you don't have to apologize for how you see the world. Because if a Klansman feels like all blacks are niggers and all Jews are kikes and the Aryan race is superior to the world, and he's unapologetically white, and this is how he feels, then guess what? He is entitled to feel that way.
Mm-hmm. Whether we like it or not. That's the truth.
Whether we like it or not, he is entitled to express
I like
that,
the way you're
and they want to have their Klan marches, as long as they're not infringing upon your property or upon your person. He's entitled to feel like that.
Absolutely. And, I'm glad you made that point, right? Because I guess it goes back to Whoopi. Did she really say something racist? Did she really? I mean, because, and I want to make a quick, there's been 2 comments that have been, I'm going to read them real quick. The first one is, we're still chained up, but the chains are invisible and our minds are trapped. That was from Pedro. And then he wrote right under that, we need to support the ones that have something positive going. I completely agree. Go ahead, Jamil. I'm sorry.
You have all these people. Yeah, we're gonna take Barack Obama. Barack Obama, when he passed the bill or whatever, signed off on homosexuality being legalized as far as the marriages and things like that. Okay. What was his take? Do you remember what his take was on the subject?
Well, what I've always liked about Barack Obama is right. It's not even that he's down with anything. It's that that's your life. That's your problem. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their rights, if that makes sense. So I don't know if I'm wording that correctly, right? But
Exactly. That's exactly what his take was.
uh-huh.
He said, no, I don't agree with it. I don't participate in it. I don't like it. This is not me per se. This is not me.
However, this is a democratic nation.
Democracy. They have the right to be what they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't support it, but I support their right to choose to be what they want to be. Because if they do not have the right to choose to be what they want to be, then guess what? They're robots now. They're slaves.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as I am not, well, I don't even know how, as much as I am against that way of life, I have to take the same stand.
Absolutely.
As Barack Obama.
And that's the same way I feel. Like it's, even if I don't like it, it's not my it's that's their life. Absolutely. Whoever does it.
But I'm not going to be gay bashing. I'm not going to be talking about, I'm not going to be disrespecting because it's short life. You have the right to be what you want to be. Just don't try to impose it on me.
Mm-hmm.
Because the same way you have the right to be, the same way you have the right to be gay, I have the right to be straight.
Absolutely.
The same way you have gay rights, I got straight rights. Because if not, then now you're unjust.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're biased. Now you're prejudiced.
Mm-hmm.
But here it is. All of a sudden, now the homosexuals can have rights to go completely against the quote-unquote natural order according to the Bible, upon which the United States makes you swear when you go into a courtroom and against the God that they say they're one nation under, and your pledge of allegiance, you go contrary to the rules or the laws and the statutes of this book, and we're cool. It's okay. You're gonna make a law. You're gonna make a law to give me the right to break the law of God. But then you're gonna impose a law or it takes away my law by God giving right to freedom, justice, and equality, and the pursuit of happiness. I can say what I want to say. I can say what I want to say. And you have the right to agree with it or disagree with it.
That's right.
You have the right to disagree with it or agree with it. One of the two. But you don't have the right to stop me from saying what I want to say.
Absolutely.
I have the right to say what I want to say, and you have the right to agree and disagree. Just like you have the right to say what you want to say, and I have the right to agree and disagree. But you can't hold me, huh? You can't. You got what you're doing is wrong. You don't want people to know the truth, so you try to silence everybody who can speak it. But we refuse to be silent anymore. We refuse to be silent anymore. So it's been fun. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys this weekend, Saturday.
What time will we air Saturday? I'm okay with whatever time. I don't really celebrate the new year. I'm not a party person. Strength said, "Yep."
I'm gonna keep it all the way with this. I will bring this new year in and study and prayer with my wife.
That's beautiful.
And my children. We're not doing no going out drinking and watching no Apple drop, no Peep drop, or nothing. I don't give a damn about any of that stuff. Be with my wife, my children will be making some declarations to the universe and commune with our ancestors and be at peace. With that.
Jamil, before we get off air, I have a quick announcement to make. And I forgot to announce it at the beginning of the show. Jamil, Lungi, and I will also be back. Will also be back to air the teaching of the Bible. For anybody who wants to watch it, we'll be airing that. I think it's on prayer. I can't remember. Do you remember what the name of that page was, Jamil? I
Prayer,
outreach and prayer. So
prayer outreach.
It's prayer and outreach.
Oh, outreach and prayer. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that. One or the other. But we'll be airing it off.
Outreach and prayer.
Okay, so outreach and prayer. So we'll be airing it out of there. And we'll be sharing it on all different platforms. We just want to be fair, right? And give everybody an opportunity to hear the Bible. As you guys do know, I was able to convince Jamil to study the Bible with us. Jamil is a Muslim. Muslim is the correct terminology, correct? Jamil?
From the Nation of Islam.
Okay, from the Nation of Islam. Gods of Earth. So he is part of the Nation of Islam. So to get him to actually, because believe it or not, guys, Jamil really knows the Bible. Okay, to get him to do this, it was it was pretty cool that he accepted. And we did start last year and just kind of steered away from it and just decided, between the three of us to come back. I hope you guys tune in. Also, we're working on another show that's going to be for you fellas, right? And it's going to be topics that really affect you guys, so I will be watching, but I will not be on air any of the times. Is there any final thoughts that you have, Jamil, before we sign off?
I'll just tune in, man. We all coming to bring truth, and we in the nation of gods have heard truth is the way to square off all unrighteousness.
Absolutely.
We don't understand the truth. I'm not going to say that we don't know the truth, but we don't understand the truth as original people. And it's evident because we're divided into quote unquote races and colors.
Absolutely.
So this is the truth, that we don't understand the truth. We might know it, but we don't understand the truth. So the purpose of me accepting to do this class with you and Lungi was because we need to understand the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll, when that time comes, we'll make knowledge born on what is understanding and what is knowledge. And because it's like, this has to stop. It has to stop.
And I also would like the listening audience, man, if you guys get a chance, let us know. Do you guys think that what Whoopi Goldberg said or what Ye said or who was it, Tyree? Was this anti-Semitic? Was it? You know, in my opinion, I don't believe so. I believe because of what Ye said, which he actually did not say anything, if you really technically look at it, that was anti-Semitic. That's the truth. And we already covered that on a previous show. What was that, about a month ago, right, Jamil?
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, just think about all of that and just think about it before, you know, people are actually going to lose their jobs. You know, Tyree almost lost his job. Ye didn't care. He walked away, you know, because he could do that. You know what I'm saying? Then you had Ye, but Whoopi could lose her job. I don't think Whoopi Goldberg is racist. She's married to a white man. Let's tell you how it is. I doubt that.
See, the thing is, you know, that's the sad part. You know, a woman can't even explain herself. See, it's like this here. A lot of folks felt like I was wrong when I said this. A lot of my peers felt like I was wrong. But when Paula Dean lost her job or her TV show, her cooking show, whatever it was, and all of her sponsors and stuff, behind her joke about using the N-word in her joke, using the term nigga in her joke.
Right.
A lot of my friends felt like I was triggered because I felt like she should have got fired. So they're like, oh, what man? She said nigga. I said, yeah, you say it every day. Do you feel like the rappers should get fired because they say it? Do you have any rap CDs in your car with the clean version? Oh, and see how quiet it is, right? That's how quiet it was in the room. And nobody had anything to see.
Bradley actually said, nah, she wanted a plantation wedding and wanted it accurate with slaves. That's what he said.
Say what?
Nah, she wanted a plantation wedding and wanted it accurate with slaves. And then he wrote actor slaves, but still, why? Like, why would she do that?
What is he talking about?
Who are you talking about? I think it's the cooking lady you were talking about.
Oh, Paula Dean?
Paula Dean, yes, yes. I wasn't a fan of her, so I didn't really care that she got fired or not fired. Not it didn't do me good or yeah, that's what he's talking about, Paula Dean. It didn't do me good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Look, the whole thing was just like I said. I didn't. Why should you get mad at her for saying something that you say every day? I even got into it with my sister because she tried to she felt like that Ice Cube said something about when they asked him about white people being able to say the word nigga. He was like, no, they can't say it. It's out. You can't have it back. Whatever. And she was in agreement with that, and tried to because we as black people have embraced this term. And now we feel like this is ours. The word nigga is ours.
I actually don't use that word, Jamil. I'll say bro,
Okay,
sis.
I understand. I'm not saying you as an individual. I'm talking about we as a whole.
Oh no, I know what you're saying, but I was just making the statement that I don't, and I try not to. Of course, it is something that is used a lot in our culture, right? We as people of color, right? But I try not to. I try not to use that for anybody. Period. Because I just think it's just disrespectful and degrading to everybody. You see what I'm saying? So I don't use it. I don't use it. Not because I can't, but because I just don't. Not in my vocabulary.
Yeah, it was just a situation that, like I said, I don't feel like we should be getting mad at white people. We shouldn't get mad at Asians. It's really to the point. It's so sad because now you got white people who call themselves niggas, and you got Hispanics calling themselves niggas, and you got Asians who calling themselves niggas, and you got Arabs calling themselves fan niggas, and you got all people. Everybody wants to be a nigga now. Like it's cool.
Even white people.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, because it's a popular thing. I try to ignore it.
I've fallen out with some friends or some people. I'm not gonna call them friends. I've fallen out with some people of all races about that same thing.
I agree with you, though. I really do, Jamil. I don't think it should be something that we do use in our vocabulary. Pedro said here, many white people, many, not all, okay, will continue to see us as less than, but we need to continue these talks and talk about things that many of us are ignorant on. And I agree.
Indeed, brother. And that's why we have this,
Thank you.
Platform and why we do it. For this very reason. Because our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Not because we don't have faith, not because we don't believe, we don't know. If we don't understand. And as a result, we're being held hostage, we're being tempted, we're being played.
Mm-hmm.
In the words of Brother Malcolm X.
Brother who? I'm sorry, you cut off.
Malcolm X.
Oh, Malcolm X.
We've been had. We've been bamboozled. Hoodwinked. We've been led astray. In the Bible, I'm gonna say this. My wife is like really calling.
She's probably giving him dirty looks. She's like, we're supposed to be studying. She's probably giving you dirty looks. She's probably like, yo, we supposed to be studying. And I send my love to your wife.
Thank you. Well, I'm gonna say this right here, and I gotta go. Jesus asked a question. You know, how do you rob a strong man? How do you rob a strong man? First, you got to bind him. Because if you don't bind a strong man, you most definitely can't go into a house and plunder his goods.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been bound by our lack of knowledge. We, as original people, have been bound by our lack of knowledge. And as a result, we, strong men, the original nation, is being robbed. Look at the state of our homeland. We're getting robbed.
So Bradley says to you here and to us, and Bradley, I don't ever want you to feel that way. Not here, because I don't see that in you at all. But he says, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just the token white guy. And you know, I don't want you to feel that way. We open this platform because we want people to understand.
What did he say? I didn't hear what he said. What did somebody say?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll read it again. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just a token white guy.
He doesn't have a dog in this fight. He's just a token white guy.
And he says, oh, and I also enjoy the views and opinions.
Excuse me. Thank you very much, Brad. I'll listen to your thoughts, your comments.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to seeing you guys this weekend. You guys have a blessed night. And if there's anything left.
Only thing I have for you is what time will we be airing so that I'm ready? Because I will be traveling out of state. I'm sneaking to your side of town, to your neck of the woods, Mr. Jamil.
Oh, that was up, man. Hopefully sometime in this new year, if we can introduce you to the family, we can get together. I know Christy wants to have this barbecue. She thinks she can cook me and my brother, but she's fat and steak.
I can outcook all of y'all. Let's not do this.
We'll see. I like my family. But my wife, she can throw down too, so.
I got a match. I got some competition. But just let me know what time you would like to air. I don't celebrate the new year or anything, but if we have time, maybe we can briefly get together and I can meet your family in person. That would be nice.
Well, definitely. I would like to. My wife has heard a lot about she wanted to meet her home girl, and she said, we'll most definitely be looking for. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving New Year, so
okay.
We'll figure out a way.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, with that being said, we will see you guys on New Year's Eve, correct? Saturday. That's right?
Yes, Saturday.
New Year's Eve. We're not sure when we're going to start talking about the Bible, but we'll get a flyer out there for you guys. Pedro, I may call you for a flyer to get a few of them done for me because we need some done. Our work is starting to pile up on us. But with that being said, you guys have a wonderful evening. We just wanted to see what everybody thought on those topics. Like, is it or is it not? With that being said, y'all have a wonderful evening. Ciao.
Ciao. You guys be blessed. Peace.